Hey, Bishop Hartley Hawks fans, guess what? Starting this week and for the next 2 weeks, if you can't make it to the Hawks football game, we are going to bring it to you. Student broadcasts of the game starting this week against Bishop Reedy that gets underway at 7 o'clock. You'll be able to find that game at our website, bishophartley.org. Or, if you want to, just look down below me here on the YouTube channel. That'll give you all the information that you need. Once again, a radio broadcast of the Hawks as they take on Bishop Reedy this week, 7 o'clock. Welcome to another edition of Resounded Glory. I'm Bob McElligott, and today we're going to talk some Bishop Hartley Hawks football and field hockey. We'll start with football, and I'm joined by Adam Cohn, who is an offensive lineman for the Hawks, who are coming off a big win last week at St. Charles. And Adam, you guys have been on the road all year. That's going to change this week, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But to go into St. Charles last week, you did have your fans there too. That's a good thing, close enough to home. But you go in there against a team that's trying to kind of rebuild its program. You guys scored early, and even when they made it close, you were able to pull away. How satisfying was that win?
Oh, it was a great win. We showed our heart in the second half and really showed how tough a CCL game can be. It really woke us up that St. Charles is a really, really good program, and we need to get ready for the playoffs. When
you score early in games like you did, and I think you were on the board maybe 20 seconds into the game, for crying out loud, what does that do for the entire team, but especially for the offense? There you are, you're blocking, you're trying to get these guys open. You do that early in the game, you get a big touchdown. How much does that kind of just set the tone?
Oh, it gives us so much confidence. Not only just the offense, but the defense sees us score, and they say, you know, we can stop these guys and just get the offense back on the field. We're really confident once we score really early.
Now, playing on the offensive line is a really important job within this offensive scheme because you guys run the football a lot, and you've got to pass protect too. I understand that, but what is the mindset of trying to get those holes open for those running backs and give them the best opportunity to get the yardage they're looking for?
You know, our coach always tells us that we need to get 4 yards every time. So our offensive line is a real strong unit, and we take pride in saying, all right, we have a really good running back in our backfield. All we need to do is give them a little bit of a crease, and we have a really tough mindset.
You were part of the team that won the state championship last year. You've actually played on both sides of the ball. You've played defensive line and offensive line. How much does that help in the role that you're in right now? Having been on the other side of the ball, you know exactly what those guys are trying to do. You know exactly how they're going to try to go about it. Does that give you an advantage?
Yeah, it definitely gives me an advantage. It gives a mindset of a defensive lineman, but our coaches do a really good job of telling us, all right, this is this guy's tendency or not, or what to do or how to block them. So
that is a very good point because there is a lot of work. If you think that these guys just show up on Friday night and they play the game, yeah, they practice during the week. But what about the study time that goes into knowing the opponent, making sure you know your own plays, even this far into the season? Maybe there's some plays you don't use all the time, but you've got to be ready if that gets called at any moment. How much study time do you have to put into the game?
Oh, all the offensive linemen and all the offense especially spend so much time outside of practice and with the coaches on Tuesdays and Saturdays about what we can improve and looking at tendencies of the other teams.
Because if you make one wrong move, if you have the play wrong one time, if you go to the right when you should have went to the left, somebody's getting drilled, and then guess who's going to hear it when they come to the sideline? That's you, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, this week I mentioned you get a chance to play at home. You know, it sounds kind of nice to say, oh, you're at home, but I work with teams, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes when you go on the road, it's a little bit more fun because all you're around is your teammates, which is your family, and there's not many outside distractions. That's what you guys have been dealing with all year to this point. So it'll be somewhat of a mental change coming home, won't it?
Oh yeah, we love going on the road, and you know it's us against the world kind of mentality. But it's always nice coming home and seeing all our great fans, you know, cheer us on and hopefully get the W for them this week.
Yeah, and they've been waiting a long time. You only get 3 of these home games this year, and you're going to have them back-to-back weeks here. So how nice will it be when the pit's rocking? How much will that pump you guys up?
Oh, it gives us so much confidence, even more than scoring on the first drive. We walk out and then, you know, carrying the flag and everything and just hearing the roar of the crowd. It's awesome. It gives us so much confidence.
Are you guys where you want to be at this point? And let's not even talk about the record. I know you have a couple of losses, but they were very close losses. I'm just talking about building momentum as you move closer to the playoffs. Are you where you want to be?
Well, we just want to get better. Our coach always tells us this last couple weeks are about us getting better and getting prepared, and we've actually stepped up the intensity more and more each week, and we're just trying to build on that.
All right, so the intensity is going to be big this week. Thank you very much for joining me today. Congratulations on what you've done so far. And don't go to the right when you should go left this week. It's important you're at home, Adam.
Yes, sir.
All right, that is Adam Cohn. He's an offensive lineman for the Hartley Hawks. They return home this week to play right here, and you get a chance to watch them. Coming up next, Patrick Skurlock is going to talk with us about field hockey.
Hello, Bishop Hartley. My name is Patrick Skurlock, and today I'm here with Katie Lee of the field hockey team. Now, Katie, you guys are coming towards the end of your season. How confident are you guys going into the tournament?
We're really confident going into the tournament because we've really improved since the beginning of the season. So towards the end, we really have learned how to play better as a team together. So I think we'll do good.
Now, you say that you have improved as a team. What exactly have you improved upon throughout the course of the season?
Our team chemistry has certainly gotten stronger. We're all more familiar with each other. We have a really good bond with one another. Our offense and defense both have improved tremendously with just all the practice time we've been putting in. And we really are realizing like what we did wrong and what we need to improve. So we've really changed our ways to get better.
And that every team has highs and lows, and for you guys, it seems like there have been a lot of highs in terms of how far your team chemistry has come. Have there been any other highs or even lows throughout the season?
Yeah, definitely there's been lows when we've lost games that we know we could have won by just playing a little bit better, trying a little bit harder, but we've really tried to learn from it, and we're like trying to better ourselves by playing as a team.
Coming off of a loss, how does that affect team practice? Do you guys consistently work harder after each loss, or do you just try to keep the same mentality as you did the week before when you play games?
We definitely try and work harder when we come out of a lose because no one likes to lose, and we know that we have the ability to win those games, so we just want to put 110% effort into our practices to get better so that we can win the games that we easily could.
I would like to thank Katie Lee for joining me for this interview, and I'm Patrick Skurlock, and this has been another episode of Resounded Glory. Thank you.